Story 1 of 5. ISIS-linked Australian women and children return home after years in Syrian detention camps. ISIS-linked Australian women and children return home after years in Syrian detention camps. Here's what every outlet agrees on. 4 women and 9 children, total 13, linked to ISIS left Syria's Al-Roj camp on April 24, 2026, and arrived in Australia on May 6, 2026, via flights from Doha to Melbourne and Sydney. The group includes Kauza Abbas, 54, her daughters Zainab Ahmed, 31, and Zara Ahmed, 33, and Janae Safar, 32, along with their children and grandchildren. 3 women, Kauza Abbas, Zainab Ahmed, and Janae Safar, were arrested upon arrival, with charges including terrorism offences and crimes against humanity, slavery-related. Janae Safar was charged with entering a prohibited area and being a member of a terrorist organisation, carrying a maximum penalty of 10 years per offence. Kauza Abbas was charged with 4 crimes against humanity offences: enslavement, use of a slave, possession of a slave, and slave trading, each carrying a maximum penalty of 25 years. But not all outlets told the same story. The Syrian government claimed the Australian government refused to receive the group in February 2026, but the Australian government denied any involvement or request to Syrian authorities. The Guardian and ABC reported that the group left Al-Roj camp on April 24, 2026, but some sources suggest the group was delayed in Damascus due to Australian government procedures, while the Australian government denies this. The Australian government insists it provided no assistance to the group, but some sources suggest the government's rhetoric may have influenced Syrian authorities' actions in delaying or blocking their departure. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, news.com.au, Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 2 of 5. Australia's 2026 federal budget tax reforms on negative gearing, capital gains tax, and trusts. Australia's 2026 federal budget tax reforms on negative gearing, capital gains tax, and trusts. Here's what every outlet agrees on. The 2026 federal budget, May 12, will include changes to negative gearing, capital gains tax, CGT, and trust taxation, as confirmed by multiple sources. Treasurer Jim Chalmers has stated that any changes to negative gearing and CGT will include transitional arrangements, grandfathering, to protect existing investors, downplaying large revenue gains. Negative gearing reforms will be fully grandfathered for existing investments, meaning current investors will retain their tax benefits, according to multiple sources. The capital gains tax discount may be reduced from 50% to a flat rate, e.g., 25 to 35%, or reverted to an inflation-adjusted model, with partial grandfathering likely. Labour's 2019 election platform included reforms to negative gearing, CGT, and trusts, but these were not implemented. The 2026 budget is expected to revive these policies. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC and Guardian report that negative gearing reforms will be fully grandfathered, but Newscom's finance guru Mark Bouris warns that existing investors may still face significant tax increases under proposed CGT changes. The Edge and SMH state Chalmers downplayed revenue gains from reforms, while Newscom's finance experts argue the changes could double the tax for long-term investors, creating a wealth squeeze. ABC reports that 1.2 million properties were negatively geared in 2022 to 23, but does not provide a comparable figure for 2025 to 26, while Newscom focuses on the potential impact of rising interest rates, up to 4.75%, on investor demand. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, news.com.au, Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 3 of 5. Death of Ted Turner, CNN founder and media mogul, aged 87. Death of Ted Turner, CNN founder and media mogul, aged 87. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Ted Turner died on May 7, 2026, aged 87. Ted Turner founded CNN in 1980 as the first 24-hour cable news network. Turner was born on November 19, 1938, in Cincinnati, Ohio, and moved to Savannah, Georgia, at age 9. Turner sold Turner Broadcasting System, including CNN, to Time Warner in 1996. Turner donated $1 billion to United Nations charities in 1997. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian states Turner's CNN was acquired by David Ellison's Paramount Skydance, while SMH and ABC do not mention this acquisition as imminent or confirmed. The Guardian claims Turner's CNN was initially mocked as Chicken Noodle News, but SMH and ABC do not explicitly state this nickname in their articles. The Guardian and SMH mention Turner's net worth was $2.5 billion in 2023, but ABC does not provide this specific figure. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and Sydney Morning Herald. Story 4 of 5. ISIS-linked Australian women return home facing slavery and terrorism charges. ISIS-linked Australian women return home facing slavery and terrorism charges. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Causa Abbas, 54, mother of 2 ISIS brides, Zura, 33, and Zainab, 31, arrived in Melbourne on the 7th of May, 2026 via Qatar Airways from Doha with 9 children, some born in Syria to ISIS fighters. Mohammed Ahmed, Causa Abbas's husband, is accused of keeping Yazidi women as slaves, including Sarab, allegedly taken at age 13, and Taser, with Sarab describing being held captive in his home for 3 days as a slave trial. Zura Ahmed, widow of ISIS recruiter Mohammed Zahab, who died in 2018, and Zainab Abbas are among those facing crimes against humanity charges, including enslavement, upon arrival in Australia. Mohammed Ahmed denied slavery allegations in 2023, claiming his now-dead son Omar, not him, kept a Yazidi woman, whom he described as treated like a daughter. The Australian Federal Police, AFP, arrested 2 women, Causa Abbas and Zainab Abbas, on crimes against humanity charges and detained a third on terrorism-related offences upon their arrival. But not all outlets told the same story. News Kamau states Mohammed Ahmed initially told the ABC in 2019 that his son kept a Yazidi woman treated like a daughter, but by 2023 he claimed he never even saw the slave, while ABC reports he consistently denied involvement in slavery allegations. News Kamau describes Janae as a former health science student who left Australia in 2015, but ABC does not mention her by name or provide details about her case. News Kamau includes a quote from Zura Ahmed in 2024 pleading for Australians not to judge the women, while ABC focuses on the legal and evidentiary challenges of prosecuting crimes against humanity without direct precedent in Australia. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au. Story 5 of 5. DC shooting near JD Vance motorcade and suspect Michael Marx charged. DC shooting near JD Vance motorcade and suspect Michael Marx charged. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Michael Marx, 45, of Midland, Texas, was identified as the suspect in the shooting near JD Vance's motorcade in Washington, D.C. on May 6, 2026. Marx was shot 3 times by Secret Service agents, hand, left arm, and upper stomach, during a confrontation near 15th Street and Independence Avenue Southwest. Marx allegedly fired at a Secret Service agent, striking a juvenile bystander in the leg with non-life-threatening injuries. Marx was charged with assaulting federal officers with a dangerous weapon, discharging a firearm during a crime of violence, and unlawful possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Marx allegedly said F*** the White House and kill me in an ambulance en route to George Washington University Hospital. But not all outlets told the same story. News Kamau states Marx was shot at 3:40 p.m. on Tuesday, but The Guardian does not specify a time for the incident. News Kamau explicitly mentions Marx was shot 3 times, hand, left arm, upper stomach, while The Guardian's affidavit only states multiple times without specifying locations. This story was covered by The Guardian and news.com.au.